Hi, welcome back to Mathmaxtra. This is Sarita. Now, today we will discuss the topic of angle and different methods of measuring an angle. We'll see the first definition, that is angle. The first definition is angle. What is an angle? What is an angle? Angle is nothing but union of two rays. Union of two rays. Consider this as a one ray and this is another ray, and the union of two rays where both the rays have common endpoint. See, this is one ray. Ray has one endpoint that we consider it as the starting point. This is what a ray is. So this is OA ray. Okay, and this is another ray we are considering, that is OB ray. So this is one ray and this is another ray. These both rays have a common point, that is OO. So the union of these two rays, the union of these two rays, this is the union of these two rays. So this we consider as an angle. So this we consider it as an angle. Here we are representing an angle with theta. So this can be any letter. So you can represent either alpha, beta, theta. So you can, any Greek letters you can use. So this is the union of two rays. We are considering it as an angle. So what is this? This is the vertex of an angle. This O is called, this point O is called vertex of an angle. Vertex of an angle. And this OA ray and OB ray, these two are arms. OA ray and OB ray. These two are arms or sides of an angle. This is also called as sides of an angle. So this is what the angle is. And there are two different types of angles are there. Positive angle and negative angle. What is positive angle? See, here we are measuring an angle. We don't know which direction we are measuring. So this can be anti-clockwise direction. This can be clockwise direction also. So based on the direction, we are defining it as a positive angle and negative angle. If this angle is measuring in anti-clockwise direction, if we are measuring this angle in the anti-clockwise direction, then we call it as a positive angle. See, anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction. If we measure the angle in the anti-clockwise direction, then it is a positive angle. Positive angle. If we measure this in the clockwise direction, see, in the clockwise direction, where this is the clockwise direction, we are measuring like this. If we measure the angle in the clockwise direction, we call it as a negative angle. If it is a clockwise direction, then we call it as a negative angle. This is one type of classification of an angle. And here, see, this is a measure. See, means this theta can be, sometimes you are saying it is 10 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees and so on. So, what are those? Means 20, 30, okay, it is a measure. And we are using units as a degrees sometimes, grades sometimes, radians sometimes. So depending on the situation, we are using different units of an angle. So how means we should know first of all what is degree, what is grade and what is radian. So based on these units, we are classifying this angle, measuring of an angle into three types. So now we'll discuss about different methods of measuring of an angle. Okay. Measurement methods of an angle. See, if we have angle, so this is the angle we are saying. This is the angle we are saying. Sometimes we represent it as a 30 degrees. Sometimes we represent it as a pi by 6 radians. And sometimes we represent it as a some grades in terms of grades. Okay, so in this way, so this degree and radian, these grades are different units of an angle. So, and this angle, how we represent a angle? Angle we can represent either by angle AOB, either by angle AOB or angle BOA. So both measure the same angle. So we can represent either AOB or BOA. Okay. Now we'll see what are those three different methods. There are three different methods of measuring of an angle. Those are sexagesimal system, and the second system is centesimal system, and the third system is circular system. We'll see one by one. Okay. The first one is sexagesimal system. This is also called as a British system. This is also called as a British system or degree measure or degree measure. Okay. So these are the different names of this system. Sexagesimal system. So in this, the unit measurement is degree. So we are representing in 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees, like that, right? So the here the unit measurement is degree. The unit measurement is degree. Okay. So we represent degree as a circle on the top of any numerical. So of for the number, if you write circle on the superscript, then we call it as a 30 degrees or 60 degrees, like that. So degrees must be represented a circle as a superscript of a number. So now what is degree? So we are measuring in the degrees, but we have to define what is degree. See, what is degree? What is degree? See, this is the circle and take one arc. This is AB arc. Okay. and an angle subtended by this arc, an angle. This is the arc and it is subtending an angle at the center of the circle. At the center of the circle, this is the an angle subtended by this arc at the center of the circle where the length of this arc must be equal to 1 by 360 into circumference of the circle. 1 by 360 into circumference of the circle. This arc length must be equal to this. At that time, if it subtends an angle at the center of the circle, this we call it as a 1 degree. This we call it as a 1 degree. So whatever may be the radius and this arc length must be equal to this value. And you can define it also in another way also, that is in the simplest way we are saying the circle we are dividing the circle into 360 equal parts. We are dividing the circle into 360 equal parts. This is the part 1, this is the part 2, this is the part 3 and so on. Each measures 1 degree. Each measures. First part is measuring 1 degree. Second part is also measuring 1 degree. And third part also measuring 1 degree. And so on. This is the 360th part. This is also measuring 1 degree. Means we are dividing the circle into 360 equal parts. So each part we call it as a 1 degree. Each part we call it as a 1 degree. So it has 360 equal parts. So the complete rotation is equal to 360 degrees. So in the sexagesimal system, one complete rotation, one complete one complete rotation equal to 360 degrees, because we are dividing it into 360 equal parts. So, and straight angle, one straight angle is equal to half of the complete rotation, which is half of 360 equal to 180 degrees, and one right angle one right angle is equal to half of the straight angle, that is 90 degrees. This is how we define the degree in the system of sexagesimal system. So the name itself representing sexa means dividing it to 60, base is 60, and here we are divide the 1 degree into 60 equal parts. 1 degree into 60 equal parts. Each part is called a minute. So each part is called a minute. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute again is divided into 60 equal parts, and that can be represented as a 60 seconds. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. We are representing minutes as a one vertical line on the superscript of a numerical, and here seconds representing as a two vertical lines at the superscript of a number. This is how we are representing in the sexagesimal system. Okay, so we'll see the next system, that is centesimal system. The next system is centesimal system. centesimal system. This is also called as a French system. This is also called as a French system or grade measure or grade measure. So, in the sexagesimal system, the unit of measuring of an angle is degree. Whereas in the centesimal system, the measuring of an angle, unit measurement of an angle is grades. So, how we represent angle in this system? With grades. Okay. So, grades. How we represent? Suppose 30 grades, you are representing G on the superscript of a number. We are representing we read it as a 30 grades like this. Okay. So what is grade now? As we defined degree, grade is also have one particular definition. What is grade here? So in the similar way, so he considered one arc, AB arc. This arc is subtending an angle. This is the subtending angle of an arc AB. So the subtending angle at the center of the circle where the length of the arc is equal to 1 by 400 into circumference of the circle. 1 by 400 into circumference of the circle. In the degree measure, how we uh, have taken the length of the arc? 1 by 360 into circumference of the circle. But whereas in the grades measure, we are considering arc length as a 1 by 400 into circumference of the circle. And in another way also we can define grade. That is, we are dividing the circle into 400 equal parts. We are dividing the circle into 400 equal parts. In these, each part we represent as a 1 grade, and each part we represent it as a 1 grade. Similarly, there are 400 equal parts. So total one complete rotation will be equal to 400 grades. Okay. So in the system of centesimal system, one complete rotation is equal to 400 grades. One complete rotation is equal to 400 grades. And one straight angle is equal to half of the complete rotation, that is 200. And one right angle is equal to half of the straight angle, that is 100 grades. In the previous, 1 degree is divided into 60 equal parts and each part we are calling it a minute. So in the centesimal system, centi. So here the name itself telling us here 1 grade is dividing into 100 equal parts. Here 1 grade is dividing into 100 equal parts. So that is why 1 grade is equal to 100 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 100 seconds. This is how we are representing it in the centesimal system. Do you understand? And we'll move to the third system, that is circular system. The third system. Third system is circular system. This is also called as international system. International system or radian measure. In this, the unit measurement of an angle is radians. So here the unit measurement of an angle is radian. Radians. Okay. So how we represent radians? We represent radians as a C pi by 2 radians. C on the superscript of a number or simply we can represent it as a pi by 2. Means without superscript also we call it as in it is in the radians only. Means in general we don't use C on the superscript of a number for the measurement of radians. See, in the books also, they don't mention for the radians. They simply giving us a number itself. So, we can by that we can understand it is in the radian system. Okay. In this, first we'll define what is radian. So, what is radian? Here, the circle, the circle, the arc, the arc, AB arc. This arc is subtending an angle at the center of the circle where this length of the arc must be equal to radius of the circle. Whatever may be the radius, so this arc length also must be equal to radius of the circle. Then in this way, if this angle, the subtending angle, we call it as a radian. So we are representing a radian like this. Here one complete rotation is equal to 2 pi 2 pi radians. One complete rotation is equal to 2 pi radians. One straight angle is equal to half of the complete rotation, that is pi radians, or one right angle which is equal to pi by 2 radians. Okay, so this is how we are explaining the three systems. First one is hexadecimal system, and the second one is centesimal system, and third one is circular system. So this is how we measure the angle in the three different units. Now, if in the exams they give the questions based on the conversion problems. Conversion means they may ask the question that convert the degrees into grades, grades into radians. So like that, we'll see how to convert these one unit into another unit. In order to convert, there must be a relation between these three units. Okay. So what is that relation? So the relation between degrees, grades and radians. So the relation is degree by straight angle in the degree measure. Straight angle in the degree measure is 180, which is equal to grades, G for grades, divided by the straight angle in the grade system, that is 200, which is equal to R for radian, by the straight angle in the radian system, that is pi. So this is the relation between degrees, grades and radians. Now we will see one example how to convert this. Example is convert 30 degrees into radians. 30 degrees into radians. So in this relation, D for degrees means if degrees are given in the question, you have to substitute those degrees in place of D. If grades are given in the question, you have to substitute grades in the place of G. If the question in the question radians are given, you have to substitute in the place of R. So you use this relation to change the units easily. See, degrees are given. Here 30 degrees. Degrees are given. So you have to substitute this 30 degrees in place of degree D. So 30 divided by 180, which is equal to, so we have to find out in the radians. That is why you keep R as it is, divided by pi. See, so R is equal to pi by 6. So pi by 6 radians. So 30 degrees is equal to pi by 6 radians. This is how we easily convert the degrees into radians. So similarly, you can convert from G to R, R to D, D to R, so on. Okay. So by this, we have completed the topic of different measurement methods of an angle, and we'll see some different type of questions in the next video. Thank you.